Aqua gang in this thing. What to do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general message from my beautiful Aquarian soul family, my Aqua gang in this thing. Hope you guys are doing it super fantastic. Holy angels and spirit guides, please come through. Give us exactly what we need to know in regards to my beautiful Aquarian soul family, my Aqua gang, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, guys. The messages are, in fact, general. Take what resonates, leave the rest. It is a general message, right? Don't force anything. Cross watchers, you are also welcome. Just place yourself where you belong in the storylines. It feels like the energy feels odd is what I'm going to say. And I don't know whose side this is coming from. This could be mirrored energy. But I almost feel like I'm cosplaying as myself right now. It feels off. Like, even this introduction, I don't know if you agree or not, but I feel like that's definitely symbolic. Please shoot me a little like, a big like. It's one of the easiest and free ways to energetically donate to the channel, okay? A comment down below, a little hey girl, hey, don't be rude, say it back. Whatever you want to add about the reading, you can feel free to do that down below as well. And if you haven't already made it official, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you join the gang. We're one big happy family over here. Ooh, we have lessons that came out crossing. We have toddler tantrum that came out in the reverse. Somebody thought you were going to crash out. We also have brain cells do not reach the height requirement. What is going on? You're outsmarting somebody. Their tantrums used to work. They don't anymore. That's why this toddler tantrums card is in the reverse. They're used to you reacting. This could be, I'm hearing like reactive abuse. So this could be somebody who like triggers you or has studied some triggers, right? With lessons here. It's like they were in, like class was in session. This person has studied a lot about you, but they would use triggers to get you to react. And then when you did react, point the finger back at you, right? Like you're less than smart, or this person could have thought that you were less than smart. The brain cells card definitely signifies that they felt like you weren't on their level. They felt like they were outsmarting you at some point, but they don't feel that way anymore. Didn't I hear, I feel like I'm cosplaying myself, right? So I feel like this is somebody who feels as if they're having an out-of-body experience with you right now. Where are you? They did something specifically. Something that they studied. You were supposed to crash out about it. It says toddler tantrum. I don't know why this person would ever refer to you as a toddler. You're not immature. It's not like about the maturity level. This person just thought that they were smarter than you. Okay? They thought that they were going to outsmart you. You're definitely changing that in their mind. So this could be why they don't feel like themselves. This could be the type of person who feels like they're smarter than a lot of people, but they're not as smart as they think. This is why this came out in the reverse is what I'm hearing. Or they're just now realizing that they're not as smart as they think. Now, I did hear a song, a channeled song. We didn't get any pre-shuffle, so that lets me know that this person is like hiding something. But the song, I feel like, is going to reveal what's going on internally. The song is Frontin' by Pharrell. You better not be giving it to anyone else. Whatever it is, they definitely enjoyed it. This could be your time, your energy, your body, your money. There are resources that this person is used to receiving. This definitely gives a signifier that there is some form of a separation or just some kind of a distance that has occurred. Yeah, enough. So this person has been waiting. They've been waiting to hear from you, right? I feel like them thinking that they outsmart people definitely thought that they were smarter than you. This is why they are feeling like they're less than smart, because they haven't heard from you. They're refusing to call and you haven't called them. The song Frontin' to me though feels like somebody who they're pretending, right? Cosplaying, right? As if they don't care, but they do. And I also heard a phrase. I heard that they feel like you will care if you know that they care. What? So this person feels like maybe you're not calling, or maybe you're not. It does say pick up the damn phone. So this person could be getting ready to reach out to you. But all of the exclamation marks suggest that they're mad that they're the ones who are reaching out first. That's not how this was supposed to go. They are trying to keep their cool, but I feel like that's coming to an end. And this person may also be feeling like, especially if you're the one who always like mends the connection when things fall apart, or if you're always the one to extend an olive branch, break the silence is what they're saying. If you're normally the one to do that, then this is why they feel like you've introduced somebody else into your life. They think you're seeing someone else. There are a lot of exclamation marks on this table. So this person is like yelling internally, but they're trying to come off as if they're okay. They're fronting. And then there's a Jay-Z lyric in that same song, because he's featured in it, where he's like, I was just fronting, I'm ready to stop when you are. So this person feels like you're fronting as well. It's like they're trying to convince themselves of that, but they also have this eerie feeling that you're seeing someone else, or that somebody else has captured your attention if you're not giving it to them. Especially if you're not giving it to them in the same way. See, we have fantasizing in the reverse. They killed the fantasy. They killed it. Yep. See, look, I felt like I heard cosplaying ever since I got on here, guys, right? So somebody's been, it's like the great pretender. They definitely mask up. They definitely wear masks. They may have several masks in their arsenal. It says, I'm pretending to be happy and that all is fine, but I'm miserable. I told you. And they, oh, look. I told you. And they think you're doing the same thing, actually. They do. They do. They do. This person may have tried to treat you like an option, or they may have done something to trigger you to make you feel like there's someone else. But now that you're coming off as if you're living a double life, or you have something else going on because you're not fighting for this, they are panicking. They expected to hear from you a long time ago. I don't care how long it's been, even if it's been a couple of hours. They've been desperately looking at their phone, checking their text messages, looking to see if the ringer is off, looking to see if they got on Do Not Disturb, looking to see. They think you out here spreading it low, laying it low and spreading it wide, baby. It says, I've been sleeping around, sometimes one night stands. So this person is scared that you are getting involved with someone else. They're definitely putting a big emphasis or exclamation mark on the sexual part. So if you've ever been intimate with this person sexually, that is something that they don't want to share. That's something that actually drives them crazy, is what I'm hearing. It's also why they pretend like you don't have such a reaction, a reaction. It's also why they pretend like you don't have such a pull on them or a hold over them. They don't want you to know just how much they enjoy it. They don't want you to know just how much it's stating that it drives them crazy. You see me stuttering? It makes them stutter. They don't even mention it. This could be the best that they've ever had. I don't want to focus on that, but they're kind of putting that there. This is why we have this person crashing out and trying to figure out if you have moved on, right? So we have can't move on. This is somebody who feels like normally, if the two of you get into it, you're the one who is trying to hold things together, right? They also are, they're expressing that they feel as if you still believe the story, right? Like the fantasy of what the two of you could be. The fairy tale, but you no longer believe that. Oh, they said put this flings card back over this. And the better under you better not is underlined. There's a possessiveness in this person's energy for sure. They feel like it's theirs. This says can't move on. This person doesn't want you to move on. Even if they've done things that warrants you actually moving on, there's a very possessive energy and quality within this person's words and their energy specifically. I was just fronting. They still don't want you to know just how much they care, or just how much, just how much they're fighting it. They don't want you to know that. Yeah, ooh, look at this. I'm not saying that is true love or not. This is what this person could be kind of like unraveling or trying to reconcile in their mind about, right? Because why are they so hell-bent on this? They feel very strongly about you, about this connection, even though they never let on. I feel like these are things you don't know. All of this is hidden. Or at least you would have speculated. This is not something that you would have gotten confirmation about just yet. It says, the harder I try to resist you, the weaker I seem to be. And they do feel weak because I feel like they're going to be the one to break the ice, and they expect you to do that, especially if you've done it before. This is why they're screaming to the top of their lungs, where they're pissed the fuck off when they finally go ahead and bite the bullet to do it. But I just want to let you know the only reason they're doing it is because they feel like somebody else is moving in on their turf. They are definitely like claiming you. Yeah, you're too quiet. This person didn't want you to be arrogant, and they also didn't want you to feel like, they didn't want you to know the level of control you could have over them. This is why they hid just how you made them feel. They've only really focused on the sexual nature of this connection. And for those of you who have never gone that far with this person, this is something that they're thinking about. Like if you made them wait, or if this is something that the two of you waited on, it's like you better not give it to anybody else. And if they have experienced it, they're even that more obsessively thinking about you being enjoyed by someone else. They feel like you are theirs. With toddler tantrums in the reverse, this person is very immature. You may have felt like you were dealing with a kid. If you have children, you feel like this was another child. It was just adding more stress to your life unnecessarily. They feel like they learned you, but maybe they didn't learn you well enough, because the behavior that you're portraying is not something that they wrote down in their notes. They're done pretending. That's what I'm hearing. But pretending is still in the upright. So what are you talking about? Fantasy is in the reverse, right? So they do know that you have learned something about them. They can no longer get away with what they were trying to portray to you, right? Like, or the story that they were trying to tell you or convince you that the two of you could have, right? With true love here, their words didn't match their actions. Wow. Surrendering. So they're waiting as long as they can. They are. They have been waiting. They're trying to wait. But I do feel this person giving up. It almost feels like a standoff. We have reconciliation. We have hold up at the bottom of the deck. So this person is not accepting if you're wanting to take a break, or if you're wanting to take a step back to reassess the situation. They're not accepting it. We have calling in the reverse. See? They want to know where you are, like why they haven't heard from you. This is out of the ordinary in this person's eyes. Yep, this is out of the ordinary for you. This person feels like they had a hold over you. And now they're feeling like maybe that is broken, right? They're feeling like maybe you have unveiled the fantasy, or you're ripping some sort of mask off. This person may also be panicking that maybe you, once they call, this is why they've been holding off, that when you do hear from them, that you're going to see through them. They don't want you to see through them. They don't want you to see how much they care, because they feel like you'll weaponize it. It doesn't have to be true. This is how this person thinks. This could have happened to them before in the past, in like past relationships, right? Could have been a long time since this person has ever like been in love. They've never truly been in love, and they've never even felt like they can even get close to that until they started dealing with you. But even that has scared them, and it made them want to put on this mask. And the tactics that they use to try and keep you in place are quite literally what's driving you away. But I still don't think that they're seeing it that way. And for some of you, even if you're done with this person feels like they have some level of control in terms of when it ends or when it begins. See? Yeah. Lots of drama. There's a lot of just bullshit, conflict that they would create. They may have also been the one to throw tantrums, or like I said, do very immature things, very emotionally immature tactics this person would bring. Now we have deep regrets right beside that, right? Right beside all of the drama, right beside all of the hostility, disagreements. Start fights just to see if you love them. Start fights to see if you'll run after them. Ghost you to see if you'll be the one to come back, or give you the silent treatment, or at least attempt to see, yeah, look, to see if you'll come towards them. But travel came out in the reverse. The deep regrets card states, can we try again? And we also have reconciliation out here. So this person does want to work on this. They want to work things out. But for some reason, I still feel like this is someone who doesn't want to truly show you how they really feel. They view it as a weakness. And because of whatever happened to them in the past, everyone after that connection, not just you, has paid for that. Okay, so you're paying for this, the transgressions of this heartbreak from the past. I don't see that that has changed yet. I'm not saying that it won't, but I feel like, of course, this person has feelings for you. They can, of course, feel these emotions on a very deep level. It's only now that you're switching up the way that things have gone, and this is why they're having to kind of look at things differently. I still feel like the way that they handle relationships, like it's a defense mechanism, right? It's what they use to protect themselves, and I don't even get that they correlate it to that pain or that heartbreak from the past. But this could be a lesson that they're on the brink of learning. They can literally see that they're sabotaging things. Yep, look. Recognizing their mistake. A slip up. It does say feeling sorry. I feel like this person feels sorry for themselves, right? I don't get, like, I do see regrets here, but I don't feel like, I don't get remorse. Even though the regrets card states that this person is going to own up to their mistakes or the way in which they would have, excuse me, made you pay for what happened to them in the past, I don't know. I still just get want, right? Like blah, blah, blah. I get that that might be your energy that I'm picking up on. Heard it all before is what I'm hearing as well. Tired of the bullshit. The blah, blah, blah card also says to prove it. And seeing is believing, right? This is somebody who has been known to say things and the actions never align. I'm also hearing that this person knows that if you haven't moved on already, this is the last transgression that they will get. Yep, they got too comfy. That came out crossing, right? This is somebody who, it might be true or not, right? Like this is their energy that I'm picking up on, but there's something about this person knowing that this is the last shot. This is the last chance. They're getting downloads that you've already moved on or that you're about to. The old tactics have stopped working and they will no longer work. And this person has not been able to move on. This is why they're now viewing this as, I'm not going to say soulmates, but they are viewing this as some form of a spiritual connection, right? They've been trying to yield your energy back towards them, but it hasn't worked. I would love to know down in the comments how long it's been since you've heard from this person or since you've talked to or contacted this person, because the longer it's been, the more dismay they've been in, right? There's a lot of confusion here about what steps they should take forward. Yep, you can't make it up. Bad health. This is about their mental health. And they're leading me to read the I can't move card or can't move on. It says I can't move on no matter how hard I try. So with third party here, this person could have started dating other people, but because they're not having any luck, they're sort of saying to you, you better not be giving it up to anybody else either. Which I don't know how I feel about that. Because it's almost like if they were successful at replacing you, would they be ringing your line right now? Would they be asking for another chance? Would they be trying to work this out? Would they? Right? Like these are things you definitely need to have in your thoughts. That's specifically for those of you who don't know what you're going to do, because that, I do feel that, right? Everybody doesn't have the same feelings towards this person as we're here as a collective of Aquarians and cross watchers. But there are some things that you need to think long and hard about. It didn't work out with whoever they were moving towards or whoever they tried to move towards. And this is why they're feeling like you are the official person, because they have compared everybody else to you up until this point, right? Which has led them to be all up in their head. And I feel like at that point, right, once they saw that everything else was falling to the wayside or all of the other connections weren't working out, this is when you came back to the forefront of their mind. And for some of you, you may be like, girl, it's only been a few days. It's only been a few weeks. I do see this person reaching back out to like an ex, somebody who they may have had on their Rolodex, somebody that they may have had on call, someone who has been wanting to like kind of get with them, chasing them down. There's either 1 to 3 people specifically that they try to rebound with to get you out of their head. Remember, because they wanted to pretend like it's fine. They don't care. You can go do whatever you're going to do. Do what you do, whatever, right? And it hasn't worked. They have not felt safe since the two of you have fell out this time. And for me to say this time, it feels like you fall out quite often. This is a very drama-filled person. It almost feels like you can never have like one good week with this person, one good month. It's always something, is what I'm hearing. It's always something. We have marriage in the reverse. To me, marriage is about commitment. We also have gift in the reverse. And we have child. This is a very immature person, you guys. Very immature. I get that this person made you second guess whether or not some of the things that you wanted or want out of life you would ever get or were deserving of, is what I'm hearing. This could be something that spirit gifted to this person, to the both of you in this lifetime. This person is breaching a contract, is what I'm hearing now, right? Didn't I say marriage is a contract? And for gift to be right beside it, they're both in the reverse. This is not the way things were supposed to go down. This person's immaturity is quite literally fumbling everything. And it is because of something that happened when they were much younger, but they've been operating out of the same system of thinking, outdated ways of doing things. So this person definitely has very strong feelings for you. They have a very odd way of showing it, a very toxic way of showing it. They create chaos. The moment they feel those emotions tugging at their heartstrings, the moment they feel this comfort that you give them, I get like warm, fuzzy feelings. When it comes to you, they throw on a mask to try and act like that's not how they really feel, which creates disimbalance in your life in general, right? It's almost like they're stealing their own destiny. They don't even realize it. They were supposed to mature beyond this point a long time ago. They were. We have coffin that's coming out in the reverse. So I feel like spirit has been trying to get this person to transform for a very long time, but now it's looking like a tower is something that they're going to be faced with. We have male, female, gender doesn't matter, you guys. We have sudden wealth, wow, and we have mature man. Look at courtship at the bottom of the deck. You're getting ready to date somebody else. I feel like spirit is moving you right along. They fumbled a gift, right? They have fumbled this. They sabotaged this. This is what this was supposed to be. An official connection. But because of this person's extremely toxic ways of viewing relationships and the things that have happened to them in the past, how they have skewed this person's mental space when it comes to love, affection, and being healthily connected towards someone else, they weren't able to because they weren't healthy within themselves. So these have gone into the reverse. I almost get that this person is getting downloads of whoever this new person is. I felt it since the beginning. And they're sort of like, you better not. And if they do, what? Now I'm talking to your person, because what the fuck, what you gonna do? What have you done lately? What have you done to prevent this? They absolutely know your value. Like let's not play about it, right? With a crystal coming on the table to confirm that. This person is calling it sudden wealth. So they're all of a sudden trying to make it seem like you came out of nowhere, or that they were ill prepared for you, which is an excuse. Because I feel like they've been giving ample amount of time to grow the fuck up. They got really comfortable in how they were doing things, and it felt safe, right? You didn't feel safe for this person. This is why they behaved in the way that they did. This is why they would try and trigger you. This is why they moved the way that they've been moving. And it's worked up until this point, but you have learned their game, and now you're not playing anymore. Playtime is over. Spirit is sitting them the fuck down. And I almost get that they're getting sat down with popcorn to watch you move forward. We have main female and mature man. We have both the male and the female here. This is somebody here who is on your level, very much so, aligned with where you're going. It's a gift. It is a gift. Yep. For all of the madness. This person brought a lot of bullshit to your life. You might not accept this person's apology. Okay. We have timing issues in the reverse as well, which is more excuses. You've had enough time. I would love to know how much time of yours this person has wasted. Don't get yourself upset. But I'm just saying, right? Lots of separations here. Things are always up in the air. It's like, it's just, there's no security, stability, growth, evolution, or any of the above. No matter how many, or no matter how long you've been dealing with this person. It's not a timing issue. It is a character flaw at this point. And I almost feel like them calling and getting ready to blow up your phone, right? Look, hold the fuck up. Where you think you're going? Where do you think you're going? Those are their words, right? You better not. That's what I'm hearing. Like, you better not be dating someone else. Well, you're not stepping up to the plate. So this is somebody who wreaks havoc, guys, right? So if you happen to be seeing someone new, just be expecting this person to come in and try to be a disruptor. I'm not saying that they're going to be successful, but this is a very foolish individual, right? And they feel like they're losing control. This is about to do something crazy. And if you haven't started seeing someone new, you're getting ready to. They have gotten word about it even before you. I feel like Spirit is kind of saying to you to not give up. Yeah, look, see, we have high honor. I feel like you really gracefully bowed out of this. You could have done some dirty shit, especially in terms of how this person treated you. You didn't give them back what they did to you. So the scales are getting ready to be balanced. Their arrogance is what's not allowing them to see things correctly. We have girl talk. So I feel like you're moving on, or you're being led to move on. It does say having fun, happily single. And they put the happily single right under official person. Somebody new is coming in, guys. Look, palm tree. So now we have someone chasing after you. Right above the oops card. Right? Because if they're not going to see or admit or take accountability to the error of their ways, even though we have deep regrets, I feel like there's an underlying tone when it comes to being regretful here. There's still a lot of immaturity, even though that could have changed. We're gonna definitely look to see how much of this is current and how much of this is past. And maybe we haven't touched on the transformation that they have made. A transformation is required. This lessons card has to be in the upright for this to work, for those of you who care. It just has to. Okay? You've been stagnant. You will be progressing. No longer, you will not wait for this person. You cannot. So either they step up and do the work and the two of you can move forward together, or you have someone else here coming in. And it might feel like very sudden. You might be surprised when this person comes in. There's a very beautiful courtship. That means like the beginning of the dating stages, but there's a lot of just luck, abundance, fun, right? Light, airy energy within the new thing that you didn't necessarily feel with this old thing. They brought karmic energy to your table and they weren't supposed to do that. So there will be consequences for their actions, but I need to definitely look in the extended, okay? Let's first decide, where does this person believe things are heading? That's what I want to know first, because that's going to let you know their intentions with even approaching you at this time. Meaning, have they transformed? Have they changed? In what ways? Have they learned the correct lessons? Did the shadow work in order to awaken and ascend to be able to move shit along? That's the only way it's going to work, y'all. So I would like to know if that has already been done. I would love to know what shadows you needed to address. And this is the reason why this had to show up in the first place. Knowing those shadows will allow you to know if you've already worked on them or if you're still working on them, because working on those and removing the residual toxicity that comes along with the shadow work will allow you to open up the cycle to this new. Sudden wealth is here. That's money. That's love. That's just a new prosperous life, right? With palm tree here, and lots of growth after stagnancy and a lot of back and forth with old shit. It's time for the new. So we need to know what those shadows of yours are. Let's see what karma the divine has in store for this past person, because you don't get to just, you know, like protect yourself and in the meantime, in between time, fuck other people over. And specifically because of the reasoning why the divine would have sent this person into your life and they have sabotaged it, it does require some karmic debt to be paid. You weren't supposed to experience a death in this relationship, but because they didn't do the work, the both of you are. So you could have gone through some mental struggles as well, some heartbreak, some pain, right? All of the above. That was not what was supposed to occur, but it did. So karmic retribution must be given. I want to know the details of what that is, and that will be especially important for those of you who are still in close proximity to this person, so you know. Didn't I say that they might give this person popcorn? Look, to sit and watch you move the fuck on? Oh. Then the deep regrets will really go ahead and ramp up. I will look to see what this person's next steps are going to be, their intentions behind those next steps, so that you can be fully aware and informed and make the best decision for yourself. We will look at the best possible outcome, good or bad. If you decide to re-engage this, what do you get back out of it? What is the return on your investment, good or bad? Who does this person become once they think that they have you back? Is this just another mask? These are things that you will want to know, especially if you're still, like I said, on the fence or considering this. For those of you who have lowered the coffin 6 feet under, this will just be closure, and it will be the beginning of a very tough cycle for this individual. You will be moving on to the new, of course, okay? I would love to know what energies you have coming towards you. Only the good, only the new. How do you know which one is the one, right? Because it's right here, very much so aligned with one another. What are they like? What's the chemistry like between the two of you in and out of the boudoir? Whenever it gets to that point, how will you meet this person? Okay. I also would like to know why they're single. Okay. According to them, the divine, and their exes. What are they looking for? And once they're in a relationship, what are they like? Do they switch up? Does that change? And then we'll look at the probability of things being able to move into a long-term committed relationship between the two of you, okay? We will look at timeframes for both old, new, and when your next long-term committed relationship will be, and we will pull advice. So without further ado, click the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. I'm going to put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box. We got a lot to get to, baby. I've been talking so much. It might be so long, but whatever. And I'm going to see y'all over there. Let's go.